likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
First down here after the completion. Launching it deep. He's able to come down with it. What a catch. One-handed. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. The defense gets a sack.
Well, defensive tackle, so many times they're in charge of stopping the run, but not this time. The big fellow, good move at the snap of the football, gets in that backfield and gets the sack.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second and 14 after the sack. Quarters formation here for the defense. Snapping out of the gun. Makes the reception.
You know, when you're catching the football, there's nothing like catching the pass, whether it's short or long, and breaking a tackle and getting a couple extra yards. That makes the quarterback have some confidence in you, and he'll start looking for you more.
Breaking huddle at the 10. Here's the first snap after the big play. Touchdown. Marching right down the field for an opening score.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas, and even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
And no return as this goes for a touchback. The Raiders go with 2 tight ends on this play. First down at the 20. Going to lose yards here.
The Raiders running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Second down here. The Ravens come out in a dime package. They'll go ground. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. The Raiders are at the line facing third down, which was not an issue for them last week as they converted a number of times in crucial situations. The Raiders from the 27. And it's batted down. Some early struggles on both sides of the ball. Their defense has already been scored upon, and now the offense is going to have to give the football right back.
Well, they did. And listen, I'll say this. Now it's time for the defense to come back out on the field and stop this, play with more intensity, and get this game changed around.
Coleman, the one who brings him to the ground.
Well, I can't blame the punt return at that time. That was just excellent coverage by the punt team.
The Ravens taking the field on offense, coming up a touchdown on their last drive, Phil.
Yeah, they did it mostly through the air, Jim, and I love the way how they did that. It was aggressive throwing by the quarterback, and my gosh, is he on target today.
Looking long. The defender able to knock it away. And now, let's take a look at the Ravens offense. They're coming off a game where the defense could not slow them down last week. They piled up over 450 yards passing. Second down following that incompletion. The defense stops the clock. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Second and 10. Ebron can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop. And now here's here's the Raiders defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
3rd and 10.
Amari Cooper has the catch.
They come to the line of scrimmage. 1st down. That long gain sets them up here on this play.
The Ravens get a 1st down.
When the football's in the air, the receiver on the curl route has to see it and come back towards the quarterback. That's what he did that time. That's why they got the completion.
At the 31, here we go. The Ravens will approach this play from out of the pistol. 1st down at the 31. Tackled at the 29-yard line.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Quarters formation here for the defense.
The Ravens have it at the 29. Catch made near the sideline. That's his first reception today. Set up now at the 12-yard line. Midway through the 1st.
Up the gut here.
The Ravens, they believe in their offense. They know once they get inside the red zone, they can run or throw. That time they run the football, and it picks up some good solid yards. Great job by the offensive line.
The Raiders defense lined up going with the 46 defense. Feeds him again. This run goes nowhere. Stopped for a loss of 4.
The Raiders defense is so fast and so powerful. That time on the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
The Ravens facing 3rd down. A week ago, they were not up to the challenge.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals. You see the linebackers moving? What they're trying to do is confuse the quarterback.
Getting away from the pressure.
While under pressure.
We see it so often nowadays. All quarterbacks moving around the pocket. That time he gets outside the pocket, but as he looks down the field, nowhere to throw it, nobody open. Just another incomplete pass.
They tack on another 3 points to their lead as they've done a good job getting this thing started midway through the 1st.
That's what this team does. They prepare all week. They like to start fast, and today they have come out blazing.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
The Raiders offense failed to muster a single 1st down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
And that's a gain of 10.
When you're running back in this league and you pick up 1st downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
Griffin's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. 1st down and 10. Takes the hit, throws.
Here's a look at how the Raiders offense. Last week they posted big numbers on the ground, eclipsing the 200-yard mark.
2nd down and 10.
The sack by Fletcher Cox.
You're talking about a bonus. When you get a defensive tackle that can get in the backfield and sack the quarterback, that is something special. Great job that time by the big D tackle.
The Raiders come to the line. 1st down marker at the 40.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Griffin from the gun. And they can't connect.
The Raiders don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
They'll mark him at the 40.
Well, the best thing we can say about that punt return, well, he didn't fumble the football.
The Ravens put some points on the board on their previous possession. Although it was just a field goal, Phil, they'll be looking to add some more right here.
Oh, absolutely. I think they were disappointed in that last drive. You got it going. You think, here comes a touchdown, and it doesn't work, and you kick a field goal. So a little disappointed. That should give them some momentum to get tougher and make this happen and get a touchdown.
The Ravens will take the snap from the 40. And the tackle is made at the 41.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
2nd and 9 coming up. The Raiders with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. The Ravens snap it at the 41. Makes the reception. Brought down at the 44. Marquette down for another reception. Setting up now at the 44-yard line. The Ravens will come out in the pistol. Now 1st and 10. Out of the pocket. Secures it with 2 hands.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
With 2 hands, he has it. On the way, 3rd down. The Raiders defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. The offense is still on the field right now. 4th down, and they'll need to pick up 2. The quarter is about to end. One more play first. Not a whole lot of scoring here as we welcome you back to the action. The offense is still on the field right now. 4th down, and they'll need to pick up 2. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Tyler Eifert has the grab. And Eric Reed brings a halt to that last attempt. The Ravens go for it on 4th and short and convert. How about that call?
Yeah, I like the decision. 4th and short. I like the odds. The offense is going to get the job done. They call a nice play, and they convert, pick up that 4th down attempt.
1st and 10. That'll probably go as a drop.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
The Ravens will go with the pistol on this play. 2nd and 10. Has the grab.
Jim, the defense gives up the 1st down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold it.
To the line at the 1. And now on 1st down, they'll go back to the air. Unable to bring it in.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
2nd and goal at the 1. And it's swatted away.
When you get 3rd goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Mounting a serious drive. The Raiders load up the box, going with the 46 defense. 3rd and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is his first touchdown run of the season. Makes the PAT. The Ravens getting ready to kick it away. They're setting up the return. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Raiders stalled on their last drive, forced the punt. So now the offense comes back out onto the field.
Yeah, they're coming back out. They lack confidence, and I understand why. They came out, couldn't get anything done. The defense was flying around, making the plays. They got to change the tempo of this game.
The Raiders are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Handoff by Griffin. And that'll gain just a few yards. Press coverage all the way.
Look at the linebackers moving around. They're trying to confuse the quarterback.
That's a gain of 10.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
First and 10. Gets it out for the completion.
This tight end's very talented. He's a good run blocker and also a good receiver. Makes a nice catch on that throw.
Coming to the line at the 48. The Ravens go with the dime formation here on defense. First down at the 48. Has his target. Gains 16.
This is what drives coaches crazy. You make the quarterback throw it short, then you can't come up and make the tackle, and you give up a long gain. You've got your players in position. That's all you can do. Now it's up to them to make a play.
Looking across the middle, and it's knocked down.
When you're going against a good quarterback or receiver in the NFL now, one of the ways to stop it is tight man-to-man coverage. You against him. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Griffin's off the mark there. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Third down and 10. He's got the catch. That's another reception. Give him 2.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
First down and 10. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. The Ravens sat at the line. Dime package. Gets the handle here.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown. When linebackers move around like this, you know what it means? Nothing. Confuses no one.
Second and goal. Outside now on the toss.
Jim, I'm just going to say this to the quarterback. It's third and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Loss of a couple that time. This long drive continues. Third and goal from the 3. Touchdown, Oakland Raiders. In the end zone for the 5th time this year. The Raiders for the point after. The point after is good. The Ravens return team is ready. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. The Ravens on a quest for their third straight scoring drive here, Phil. They've been having their way with that defense on these last few possessions.
Well, let me say this, Jim, it's not that easy to score points in the NFL, not the way they're making it look, and they're confident, they look like they're fast, they're fresh, they're rested. It's been fun to watch.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. First down at the 20. And Cooper is able to get hold of him. That's another reception, giving him 2. Right now, this offense doesn't have much to complain about. Holding on to the lead here in the first half. And the passing game partner has been very sharp.
Well, they're probably going to complain that they can have more points because you can never have enough points, Jim. We all know that. But the offensive lines, wide receivers, quarterback, and even the coach on the sideline all having a very good first half. Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
The Ravens now move the chain.
Nice catch that time by the receiver on the slant route. Quarterback puts it right on target.
2.5 minutes to go before the intermission and a first down. Now 1st and 10. And they take him down. The Raiders rookie first rounder gets to the quarterback for the first time.
Yeah, so much harder to get to the quarterback in the pros than it was in college. But he'll remember this for a long time, hitting that quarterback and taking him to the ground.
Has his target.
What can a defensive back do in a situation like this? The answer is nothing. How about the throw right on target by the quarterback and a good route on an out route by the receiver?
3rd down after the catch. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 3rd and 7 coming up. The Ravens come out in the pistol. Cooper's going to pull in the bullet pass. Set up now at the 32. Quarters formation here for the defense. First down at the 32. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Catch made. Baltimore puts up 6. Finding the end zone for the 2nd time.
How about the defense? They got the offense backed up, and they just showed no toughness at all. They let them drive right down the field and get the touchdown.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Fields the football at the 8. He's in the clear. The 30, the 20, the 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
When you get a kick return for a touchdown, a lot has to happen. One, it takes talent by the kick returner, but look at all the good blocks we saw down the field and the speed of the kick returner. Touchdown.
And a touchback. The Ravens offense, Phil, is on a roll right now with touchdowns coming on each of their last 2 possessions. Can they make it 3 in a row right here?
Well, we're going to find out. I like their chances. What have we seen that makes us think that they're not going to come out there and get it done? They're playing exceptional football on the offensive side.
First down at the 20. No room to complete that one.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. The Ravens in the pistol formation.
Now he's going to change the play and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Down the field. And intercepted.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Raiders offense coming back onto the field. It was a good drive for them last time they had it, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, you know, in this game, Jim, it's all about momentum, and when you feel you got the momentum on your side, you got to take advantage of it. So now I think it's up to the offensive coordinator to call the right plays.
It's intercepted.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Ravens just gave up some big turnover points. And let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
First down at the 20. His man. Touchdown, Ravens. That's the 75th touchdown catch of his career. The Ravens with an extra point try on the way. And the extra point is good. The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. As he takes a knee, Griffin will now bring his offense onto the field. The Raiders offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
And it's batted down.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
Second down after the incompletion. Griffin standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. But it's incomplete.
That was a nice job by the defense. Being alert for the downfield throw, the defensive back in good position results in the incompletion.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. The Raiders line up, split backfield. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Very nearly intercepted.
The Raiders really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's 3rd and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. The Raiders get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Got the completion. And they tackle him down at the 37-yard line. The Raiders, 1 timeout remaining. This will most likely be the final play before the half ends. 1st and 10. And he's thrown to the ground. That'll do it for the first half. We'll be sending you to Larry Ridley back in our studios as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. Fields the football at the 3. He had nowhere to go, and they deck him at the 16-yard line. The Raiders offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side.
Intercepted! Tackles made. You thought maybe this offense would have come out of the locker room a little more focused, Bill, but they come out and continue with their mistakes. This time a pick.
I think they have the focus, Jim. I just think it's the fact that they're playing a very good football team. This offense, they're young. They need more experience. So just keep playing, and times will get better. Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
First and goal from the 3. Has his man. Ravens in for the score. Finding the end zone for the first time this season. An extra point is good.